Hi Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott and I'm completely unprepared. But I'm going to be making a scrapbook video and I sort of have an idea of what I want to do. So I've been cutting some mats on the silhouette, and so I have some of those. I just wanted to show you what I've been up to. So I found this pretty paper from Authentique. I don't think I'm going to use that today, but I do want to use it. Random, sorry. Then I cut some butterflies on my silhouette cameo, and I think this is the Echo Park one. This is Dear Lizzie, and then I think this is the Jenny Bolin one. Isn't that cute? It's cute. Oh, it's so cute. So I've been watching all of the, this is what I cut it out from. Just this polka dotted paper, which was a Halloween paper. So these don't look Halloween at all, do they? But these two papers kind of look like they go along with each other. But I sort of, I kind of want to use it and I kind of want to don't. Because I have a different idea of what I'm going to be up to today, and it does have to do with a circle. So one of the things I do to get in shape, and I'm trying to do that right now, I have a goal of losing 50 pounds this year. But one of the things I do is I go to this place called Perfect Circle Yoga, and it's like Bikram yoga, so it's the hot yoga. And yes, it is so hard. And why do I do it? Because it burns 1,000 calories in 1 hour. And so I don't really want to go by, you know, up and down on the scale, 1 pound or something like that. But I got on the scale, so I did it today and yesterday, and I haven't done it in a long time, but when I got on the scale today, I was 1 pound less than I was yesterday, so who knows if that has anything to do with it. I just wanted to show you some of these cuts that I've been making on my silhouette, so I'll just let it go and then, you know, go about my business, but so that's one of the things I've been up to. The other thing I've been up to is I've just been watching a bazillion of those CHA, like the Instagram and not so much on Pinterest, but I've mainly been watching the Instagram posts and also the YouTube CHA releases. And the channels that I would really recommend is if you want to go for technique and tools, I'd look at Noelle Hyman's paper clipping channel. But if you want to see the lines of the new CHA releases, I'd look at Scrapbook.com. They seem to have a lot. So this, when I was doing yoga today, and I did it today, it kind of turns me into a zombie afterwards. So while I'm doing it, I'm always like, oh, this is so awesome, and I feel really awesome afterwards. But then later, I'll get to feel like, wow, that was a lot of time, and I don't have that much time in my life, but I don't have enough time to be out of shape either. So what I want to do today is kind of just solidify in my mind, you know, this is why I do yoga and I should continue doing it. And I was really thinking about a white on white, just a white on white. Is that crazy? I don't know. But this is what came to me while I was like sweating it out in 105 degrees in my yoga class is I should make a layout that starts out with this one, because I knew I'd cut this, but to start out with, like, you know, even though these are squares, to kind of like do journaling in, I guess I just have to show you. And I was going to get my Sharpies and I forgot to get them, so instead of the Sharpies, because I got some brand new Sharpies from Santa Claus this year, but instead of using those, I'll just use my Copic markers and see how that goes. So, and what really, one of the things that really made me think about this was I looked at the 2 peas in a bucket forum, and there was somebody who said she had run out of things to scrapbook, and she was 17 years old, and I can't seem to find it right now. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry. Just looking at the... Oh. Anyways, it was I don't see it. Wonder if I can look at my note. So, you just look at the hot... So I looked at the general scrapping, and now I'm just looking at Hot Topics, which is one of the boards at 2 Peas in a Bucket, which is a scrapbooking online store. You just see... I'm sorry, this is bad YouTubing. Oh, somebody gave me the thumbs down on one of my last videos, so I'm sorry. I like it if you're going to thumbs down me, tell me why. Because some things I can help, and some things I can not help. So I can't find it. But it was basically, the gist of it was, this 17-year-old girl said, like, I'm out of things to scrapbook. And so I got on there and mentioned, why don't you do like a vision board? And this is sort of what I'm talking about. I'm going to be, more bad video. I'm going to be right back because I'm going to get some magazines from the other room. Okay, sorry. Worst video ever. So this is just a pile of, what do you call those things? You know, catalogs. There we go. So this is what I'm talking about. And I don't think, boy, those don't fit. That's too sad. But what I was thinking about was, if they fit, to cut out things that, like, I have as goals, like I'm going on a ski trip, and put them on these little circles, except I think the circles are the wrong size. So if I had a smaller circle cutter, that would help. But I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so here's my thought, is I'm going to just write, and I think I can, so I kind of want to line up the pens, because I want to make it be kind of a rainbow. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of what color do I want in the center. And I don't know. How about red? Let's start with red, and we'll fan out from there. So, I'm just going to write Bikram, yoga, healthy, me, ski trip, and family. So that's like at the core of my goal, is to do Bikram yoga, to be healthy for my ski trip, to be healthy for my family, and healthy for me. And now I'm going to fan out with the color. So one of the, okay. So if I did all of those things, then what would be the result? And so I would have fun. I can travel. I can go paddleboarding. Go to the beach, look good in a bikini. What else would result? How about hotness? Because that's what we want. Vitality. I know I just wrote healthy, but healthy mama. Good example for my kids. More energy. Sleep better. Cuter clothes. And long life. So those are some of the benefits that could come from getting fit. Now I'll do another color. And now I'm going to write some of the things that they say on during yoga. So back to the mat. These are a little bit harder to write with than the Copics. These are the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, which I'm sure is not for printing. But back to the mat, relax, breathe. They say stretch. I have to think like I used to know them really well. Back to the mat, stretch, relax. Come to your center. I'm just going to write eyes because like where the eyes go, that's where you go. That's one of the things they say, but I think that's kind of too long to write. Namaste. And I actually thought Namaste could be the title of my page. Gosh, this is harder than I thought. What do they say in yoga? Okay, so, come on. Let's see. I'm going to go to Pinterest, and then I'm going to search Bikram yoga quotes. And so I'll do a little cheat. Yoga is not about self-improvement, it's about self-acceptance. So I'm just going to write improvement. Because even though it's not about improvement, that is my word of this year. Let's see. The right way is the hard way. I don't want to put that on there. Falling out of a posture means you're human. Getting back in to the posture means you're a yogi. Bikram yoga. Let me see. Yoga is a powerful vehicle for change. All right, change. This is so funny. It's like how I feel after hot yoga, and then you've got the like lovely bikini body, and then how I look after Bikram yoga, and you have like a dirty looking hip, you know. I can say that. My sister's a hippie. So there's a hippie, and yeah, that's exactly true. That's so funny. I'm gonna write Om, even though we don't really say that in Bikram yoga. Let me see what else I've got. Yoga should be practiced with firm determination and perseverance without any mental reservations or doubts. Yoga is not about touching your toes, it's what you learn on the way down. The longest journey of any person is the journey inward. Would you rather suffer for 90 minutes? I'm just going to write 90 minutes. Or 90 years. You can accomplish anything with Bengal tiger strength. So I'm just going to write strength, even though they don't say that in class. And bulldog determination. What the body achieves what the mind believes. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Bikram is one of the best ways to detoxify, energize. I was all full of like, inspiration when I was halfway through that class. And then something kind of like, it didn't stay with me. So, you'll be hot, sweating, and in pain. Yet nothing on this world feels better than finishing a session. That's true. All right, finish. It's never too late. It's never too bad. You're never too old or too sick to start from scratch. I'm just going to write start. Oh, yeah. Start, finish. Once again, it will hurt. And I'm going to write again. It will take time. Will require dedication, willpower. You will need to make healthy decisions. It requires sacrifice. It's worth it. It is. And then be a warrior, not a worrier. Do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside you. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Let me see what else. Let's just do yoga quotes. And I'm doing this in Pinterest. Breathe through it. Release anything that does not serve you. Namaste. Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% what I react to it. We've got listen to your body. It's smarter than you. I'm just going to write listen. And then encourage the courage to be your most authentic self. We all cling to the past because we cling to the past, we become unavailable to the present. The journey of 1,000 steps takes a single step. We all know that one. Breathe it all in. Love it all out. At the end of the way, it's freedom. Until then, it's patience. All right, patience. And yoga is not a religion. It is a science of the body, mind, and soul. Inhale love, exhale hate. It's not selfish to love yourself, to take care of yourself, to make your happiness a priority and a necessity. Healthy life, body, and mind. Just need one more for this. I'm going to write journey, even though it's kind of an overused word. Because it really is a journey, and I was so into yoga a couple years ago. I did the 30-day Bikram challenge. I was ripped, not completely ripped, but I was looking good, and I am not anymore, so that's very frustrating. Now I'm going to write, and I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 25, 26. Okay, so we're pretty close to being able to there's 26 poses in Bikram yoga. So let me just do the poses. Bikram yoga. Sorry if this is super boring. If it is, just fast forward or go to one of my other ones. That's bad. I put Bikram toga poses. No, that would be a different party. Bikram yoga poses. Let's go. Okay. Here's one. So some of them, they all have like funky names. Like not all of them do. I was gonna do like the, I don't know. I'm not gonna do the poses. I'm kind of happy with this, sort of. I'm not really. But I'm gonna keep going. And I think what I'm gonna do is stop with the writing, although I don't really like how you can't really see these ones, so I almost want to go over those with a darker, let's just see. I think that just, you can see it a little bit better. So the thing about a vision board or even writing down your goals is that even if you don't look at this again, the act of committing it to paper and committing is really big. It really helps you achieve your goals, at least in my experience. And I don't think I'm alone in that. So I really thought I was going to use up that whole space, but instead I think what I'm going to do is cut around this and kind of just use it to one side, and then maybe put a photo of myself on the other side. So this has changed a little bit from my my Bikram yoga fueled inspiration. So I'm just gonna cut these with just regular scissors because that's handy, and I want to kind of speed it up a little bit. But I've been watching the YouTube and the Instagram, and if you go to Instagram or even Pinterest and you do hashtag CHA show or hashtag CHA 2014, you're going to be able to see all of everybody who's there is Instagramming, and some of the people there are doing YouTube videos. And so some of the things I've noticed are gold is huge. That's still very much, there. Polaroids are still big. The camera motif is still big. Geotags, the Project Life type cards still seem to be big. And what else? It just looks very hip, There's a young vibe to it, I think. Like, by young I mean like somebody in their 20s or 30s. I am 43. I feel like I'm aging quickly. But that's part of the reason I'm back to Bikram is, so I have these KI Memories calendar papers, and I kind of like the concept of using one of these on, I kind of like the red one. And what I'm thinking is that I'm going to cut one of these, and so I'm going to cut two of these. Actually, they're going to go over, so I'm going to leave a space for a photo, and then the title is going to go up top, and it's kind of going to go, my picture's going to go right there. I don't have the picture picked out yet. Title's up here. I have these little, I don't know what they are. I really think this is the ad, but I'm going to use, let's see, so it's January. See if we can fit that in. I want to think these were stickers, and I just somehow bought the end. I don't know. Monthly penance. Maybe they weren't. I can't imagine they were $4. They're not stickers. $2. Huh. They were from 2011. But we're still seeing banners on I think from CHA. The stuff that I didn't notice before and then thought was pretty cute from the videos and stuff were Jelly Bean Soup had some cute stuff. And Maggie Holmes' collection is really cute. It's got the horses, like the Breyer horses, which I'm a fan of. So this is January, and then this says 2012, but I need to put something over that that's going to say 2013, 2014. I think what I'm going to do is do it with these tiny little letters. I think I can do that. And I think I'm going to have to stop and start up again. I've got to go do some mom things. That's the thing is fitting yoga in, because Bikram yoga is very time consuming, but fitting that in with working and, being a mom, talking to my husband occasionally, and then, all the other fun things I do, like taking the dog for a walk or cleaning the house. Bikram yoga is 90 minutes, and it really takes, I would say, you're thinking about it for hours before you go, because there is this delicate balance of how much to eat. because you can't not eat anything because you won't have enough energy for the class. But if you eat too much, oh, you will be so sorry that you did. You need it has to be like this perfect magical formula of how much to eat before the class. And then after the class, you have this period of, like, when I'm still in the class, I'm always like, oh, it's going to be awesome. I feel great. And then I'm going to go home and go in my pool. I say this to myself every time. I never go in the pool when I get home because you just, like, it, your body temperature goes through, like, some extremes. But I'll get home and I'll always feel like, I live in Florida, so it's always pretty warm here, but I'll always be like kind of freezing by the time I get home. So I'll drive home, you know, and not put the air conditioning on. Like, I'll want it for the first minute, and then I'm like, oop, that's too cold. Like, I do it every time. But it felt good to get in there, and I was able to hold the pose, like, to do every pose. And then I was able to, like, I didn't want to throw up because, you know, you really can feel like it and actually do it in a Bikram yoga class, throwing up. Yes. Sorry to say that. If my mother-in-law hates that word, or hates to talk about that. So sorry if you hate to talk about that. But it really is a thing. Like, if you don't leave the room, throw up, or faint, you're doing pretty well with Bikram yoga. But it really, it's challenging, and it's unapologetically challenging. So I'm going to get some of this down, and I am not anywhere near done this layout, but I'm going to have to cut this into 2 different segments, which I'll stitch together later. And then you can see. Oh, I was going to put the title up there. Whoops. So I might be moving this, but I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm also going to just put this down. So even though I don't know where everything else is going on my layout, and that might kind of feel like, oh my gosh, maybe you shouldn't put that down yet. I like to adhere it down anyways, even if I have to move it later, because it at least gets the process started. And I think that is important. And if you give yourself some boundaries, then it just makes it easier. It really actually does. And that's something that I learned when I took an improvisational comedy class. And it was really like, if your coach just says, okay, get up there and do a sketch, it's much harder than if he says, okay, get up there and you're in a restaurant. Then it's instantly much easier. So in creativity, boundaries are good. So I've set some boundaries. I really think this is going to move, but we'll see. There I am for now, and I will be back with the rest of this layout. If you want to play along with me, go ahead and set up a layout like this. So set up the background page with a frame, then set up some kind of a, you know, pattern paper or embellishment here and here. Leave out a space for the photo, and then put one embellishment up at the top, and then I'll be back, and we'll call this the part 1 of the Bikram yoga layout. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll be back. I'm Katie Scott.